Hello and welcome everybody to another Aetherdraft Jiffy Draft. I'm Paul Cheon and today we are sitting at rank number 10. That's right. We have twiddled our thumbs and went from I think rank 11 or 12 all the way up to the top 10, which is pretty amazing considering the fact that I really haven't been playing as much draft. And by that I mean I've been doing a draft every single day, but not anything beyond that. And we're still sitting at rank number 10 and hopefully we can crack the single digits after this draft. Now, before we head into this draft, I just wanted to say that this video is brought to you by TCGplayer.com. Go to TCGplayer.com for all of your TCG singles and sealed product needs. Whether you need to pick up some booster boxes of Tarkir, pre-orders should be available quite soon. And if you wanted some singles to round out your constructed deck, TCGplayer.com is the place to go. Make sure you click that affiliate link in the description below before making any purchases. Also, make sure you check out heavyplay.com for premium Magic the Gathering supplies and accessories. If you want top-of-the-line deck boxes, playmat, sleeves, dice boxes, heavyplay.com is the place to go. Make sure you hit that affiliate link, make sure you go to heavyplay.com/paulcheon, which is the affiliate link in the description below for 10% off your purchase. All right, we had a really nice Golgari deck in the last one. It was a really smooth draft. Really didn't have to do much. Hopefully we get something similar here. Alrighty. Ooh, beep, 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 boop. Chanda Spark Hunter. That's a good one. I'm gonna take it. I don't even care. Yeah, I mean, it's clearly very good. But, even if the numbers said that it's better than Greenbelt Guardian, you can splash this. Okay, well, why am I presenting an argument for taking a planeswalker? Let's take Chanda Spark Hunter and move on. Also, I'm just thinking about my thumbnail here already, and I can already just put Chanda on my thumbnail. That's great. Greenbelt Guardian is the next best card, and then there's a pretty wide gap between that and the next best card, probably Plow Through. But let's take the Spark Hunter and see where this goes. Oh, perhaps some Gruul? There's a Sky Crash in the pack, which is a solid card, but it's just so much worse than Autark Mammoth that I just think it's just something that I have to do. Now, noting that I did pass the Greenbelt Guardian, and that was the best card. So the person we're passing to likely will have taken the Greenbelt Guardian. Now we are presented with an interesting choice. Okay, we can either stay the course and take probably Beast Rider Vanguard. I like Tarion, but we just picked up a Mammoth. We have a 4 and a 6 drop. So, and I can splash the Chanda, and if I splash the Chanda, then I'm less likely to want to stretch my mana base with Tarion, and I like Beast Rider Vanguard a lot as well. So I can either take Beast Rider Vanguard or take the boosted sloop and move into maybe some kind of, is it cycling deck? But I think I'm just going to take the Vanguard here, and if there is more of a sign that the cycling deck is available, I'll take it. But I will say, relative to how good I think the archetype is, I do think that the cycling deck is overdrafted relative to how good it is. Now, of course, I see a Broadside Barrage. Really interesting pack. Tons of green cards as well. Broadside Barrage, Migrating Ketrodon, and Hazard of the Dunes, pack 2, pick 4. I actually do not know what the pick is. I'm not taking the Barrage. I'm just going to keep taking green cards. I think it's the Ketrodon. You know what? I think it's actually close, but I'm going to take Hazard of the Dunes here. I do think it's better than Fang Guardian, because I have a 6-drop already. If it was my first card, if I didn't have the Mammoth, and it was between Hazard and Ketrodon, I think I would have taken Ketrodon, but I'm just taking the pick that's a little bit better on the lower end of my mana curve here. Now on pack 1, pick 5, not too many green cards here. We have Gibrick Omnivore versus Bounce Off. Not seeing a ton of red here. And then there's also Pit Automaton if I do end up maybe drafting some kind of an exhaust deck. So that's the other consideration. I already have a Beast Rider Vanguard and a Hazard of the Dunes. And Gibrick Omnivore is pretty replaceable, and I don't know that I'm going to be blue. I'm going to speculate here and take Pit Automaton. It's a decent 2-drop already. And if I do end up in blue-green, it's going to be very good if I look to splash the Chanda. And boom, pack 1, pick 6. Sky Serpent Seeker, gonna slam that. Very happy about that. Flood the Engine, Pothole Mole, Sky Crash, and Swiftwater Cliffs are all desirable cards, but Sky Serpent Seeker is awesome, and I'm really glad this is the direction that our deck is going. Okay, blue-green? I love some blue-green. It's been hard to kind of pick up a good blue-green deck, but this is looking pretty solid. That's a late Sabotage Strategist, which I like as well, and I'm just overall liking the direction here. 3 2-drops. Happy that I took Beast Rider Vanguard over some expensive card, and then also happy that I speculated on the Pit Automaton. Things working out here. Stall out unplayable, so I'll take Gilded Goda in case there's some weird world where we have to pivot into some kind of red deck, but hopefully that's not what we have to do. Here, Alacrian Jaguar is not something I'm super interested in, so I'll take the Kaelorna. If I don't end up with enough 2-drops, I mean, it does block everything, and typically the exhaust decks have really good late games, so let's take that here, although, like I said, not really interested in taking that. Here, there's Nimblethopterist and Ticket Tortoise. I'm just not a believer in the Tortoise. I'll take Nimblethopterist. This is a fine and serviceable 4-mana play. Not as good in blue-green. And by the way, all the green cards dried up as expected. But, you know, not seeing any black or red for the most part. So I do feel like this is kind of our seat. Like, green is obviously being contested, but, you know, we haven't even seen any white cards either. So I do like this. Ooh, Guidelight Optimizer. I didn't even realize that we got that, and I'm very, very happy about that. This could certainly be another card that makes its way into the equation here, given, you know, if we have a lot of exhaust cards, I can certainly play it as another 2-mana option here. All the cards here are maybes. Maximum Overdrive, of course, not a consideration. Here, I'll take Webstrike Elite. I do think I like that over the Beast Rider Vanguard. I think the upside is there. Having the first disenchant effect is really nice. I think that's where most of its power lies, just because it's so hard to be able to play that on turn 2. I do like Beast Rider Vanguard, but I do like just, you know, being able to play a reach creature as well early is quite strong. So let's go ahead and take the Webstrike Elite. I can also cycle and pay the mana off of the Pit Automaton, which is quite nice. All right, moving on to Pack 2, Pick 2, we have Earth Rumbler, which is just a very solid creature overall, but I'm not really in the market for just a random large creature, but I am in the market for good interaction, so this is an excellent opportunity to take Flood the Engine. Rugged Highlands would be a nice card to pick up on the splash for the Chandra Spark Hunter, but not interested in taking that right now. I think I'd rather just take the premium removal spell here. In blue-green, I don't really like Dredger's Insight all that much. I don't really like Pothole Mole all that much either, and we're looking to splash, so this does seem like a good opportunity to take Night Market to give us the possibility of being able to splash for the Chandra. So do like that here. Now we have the choice between Fang Guardian and Stampeding Scurryfoot. Given that I'm blue, I actually just think Scurryfoot's a better card, but I also just like being able to play more cheap things, so let's take the Scurryfoot here. There is not a Scurryfoot that I haven't liked. Let's just put it that way. All the boosted sloops, yes, you're right. I could have had 3 boosted sloops. There's also an Embalmed Descendant, but I do have a love for Beast Rider Vanguard, so I will take that here. Man, this Pit Automaton's going to be great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 things to do. And the Night Automaton, Night Market rather, and the Guidelight Optimist could also potentially be a playable card here. Now, I don't like Walking Sarcophagus as a 2-drop in these types of decks, and I don't really like Loxodon Surveyor either. But maybe it's better than Midnight Mangler. I already have 5 2-drops that I'm reasonably happy with. Don't think I'm going to be mangling. So I guess I'll just take the Surveyor because it's on curve. A 3-drop, but again, these are all just kind of maybe options. Right now, actually, Trip Up probably makes it just because of the lack of interaction. And we'll kind of take it from there. I do like Spectral Interference a lot, actually. Especially in a deck that has a lot of mana sink, so you can kind of pass and credibly represent Exhaust plus Counterspell, and it does act as, you know, a reasonable removal effect if I so need. Alright, so this pack is looking okay, not insane. Oh, never mind. Packed blue is wide open. Pack 2, Pick 8, Flood the Engine. Love to see that. So this pack is certainly looking very, very solid here for us. No, nobody on the cycling deck. I was talking about how it's overdrafted, and now there's one here. Do I take that, or do I take the Tranquil Cove? The thing is, this is just not even a really good card to splash. But I guess I'll just take it. I don't know. I'm just not going to splash white here. Take Trip Up here. Don't know that I want to play the second. I would like a Veloheart Bike. Starting column, I'll play in a pinch if needed, but the bike is significantly better. And also the dual lands are being taken, so I guess we have a lot of people looking to be pretty ambitious with their mana base, I guess. Just because we see none of the dual lands are tabling here. So at blue-green, we have the Veloheart Bike, which I think is what I'm going to take. There's a Thopter Fabricator, but I don't really have any ways to draw multiple cards. So then it's just a random I mean, it's a good creature. It's a good flyer, but I think the bike might be better. Yeah, given the splat, yeah, and this one seems kind of wild, right? Because look, 3 mana, 4/4 flying rare. But within the context of our deck, we're very mana heavy. I could use the ramp. I don't have any 3-drops. And the fact that it helps me splash for the Chandra, I'm taking the Veloheart bike. I'm taking the Veloheart bike. All right, now, oh geez. I was going to take the Ketrodon, but there's another Sky Serpent Seeker. This pack's nuts. There's also a Web Strike Elite, but just... You can never have enough 2-drops, especially ones with really great mana abilities. I love Migrating Ketrodon, but I do think it's the Sky Serpent Seeker here. Oh my gosh. Words don't even describe what is happening. Aganasaur Rex and Sitavarma? This is actually insane. I think it's the Aganasaur Rex, but man, let me know what you think. Aganasaur edges out the Sitavarma by 2%. Which is very, very significant, especially when you're talking about high 60% win rate cards. So I will take Aganasaur Rex, but that is absolutely insane that somehow there's a pack with Aganasaur Rex and Sitavarma. Pick 3. That is wild. Okay. Anyways. All right. Now I'm really in the... I don't need another Beast Rider Vanguard here, and I'm in the market for... interaction, and I'm wondering if it's either Broadside Barrage on the splash or Bounce Off, or if I take Thornwood Falls. Yeah, I'll take the Barrage. I'm already splashing red, right? So let's just do that and then take some good mana fixing. Oh my gosh, these packs are outrageous. I don't care about splashing Lightning Strike. There's another Flood the Engine, but now I feel like I need to be responsible. I took the Broadside Barrage on the splash. Now I will take the Rugged Highlands just to make my mana better. Just because I feel like that's probably what's going to slow us down here. And again here, nothing really in the pack, and I will take a Swiftwater Cliff. So our mana became significantly better after that, and I'm feeling much better about this configuration here. Moving on to pack 3, pick 7, I take Hull Drifter, but probably not great in this style of deck. Does this count as a creature? I don't know, it's like a permanent. It's weird. All right, and now we're getting rewarded. We didn't take the Flood the Engine previously. Late Momentum Breaker too, but I got a pick 8 run over. And you know, this is one thing that I've been noticing a lot. People start with the green cards, then are quick to move off of it, and then somehow, like in pack 3, all of a sudden the green just flows. And I guess we are here to profit on that. I guess I'll take Howler's Heavy. This is not really a Reef Roads deck. I already have 3 tap lands and not that many vehicles. So I just don't think I'm going to want to play a Reef Road. So I'll take this even though I don't really want to play that either. Not table. Oh, Skystreak Engineer I like. Although we'll note that I actually don't have any... I don't actually have any exhaust payoffs. That's another Beast Rider Vanguard, but I actually think I'm in the market for this Bounce Off. It is significantly better than Trip Up, and the first copy of Bounce Off I think is quite good in your deck. Don't ever really like Silken Strength, but I guess I'll take it over the Tortoise. But this is all the Trip Ups, but this deck's looking really, really solid here. Think I need to take a look at what my creature count looks like. But we do need to add 3 more cards. But these are all the cards that I'm really, really happy with playing. And then we just need to figure out our sideboard here and figure out, you know, what the last few cards are. But just take a look at this configuration here. 12 creatures, billions of 2-drops, like literal billions. They're all mana sinks, by the way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I mean, how many exhaust cards do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 exhaust cards with 2 Beast Rider Vanguards. That is super, super nice. And again, Sitavarma versus Aganasaur Rex. You know, honestly, I don't have that many big things, so pretty happy with the Aganasaur Rex. Also acts as just an excellent combat trick as well. And let's split it up like this, and then we will try to figure out kind of what our last few cards are going to be. As far as our mana fixing goes, given that I'm not going to play any more red cards, 1 mountain plus this gives us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red sources. And of course, Night Market's kind of like half a red source because you never know what you're going to name. 3.5 plus the Veloheart Bike, 4.5. That does seem appropriate for the 2 red cards here. Now let's figure out our last 3 cards. I don't think I need the starting column. I think my mana is actually just good enough, given that I have the 3 tap lands. This gives us access to 9 green sources and 8 blue sources. along with the Veloheart Bike. So yeah, I really like my mana here. So don't think I need the starting column. So what are the last few creatures for my deck? I think I will play the, like, our interaction is what? We have 5. So 6 is a pretty good number, I think. So let's go ahead and add a trip up to the first trip up. The first trip up's not too bad. I think I like the Thopterist just as another 4 mana play. Hey, this is just kind of for stats. I just want to put stats into play. And then, not really sure about the last one. Actually, I have a different idea. Why don't we try... Let's cut the Thopterist. Why don't we play another 2-drop? I just feel like the Surveyor is just too bad. I know I don't have any 3s, but I'd rather play another 2, which works with all of my mana sink cards, and then we can play the Hull Drifter. Because it ramps me too, right? Like, it's a mana... I can get the Hull Drifter going, it gives me more action, it helps me close out the game because it's evasive. I still have 13 creatures, and I have another 2 mana play, which I can play on turn 3 if I absolutely need, and then I can potentially play doubles. And yeah, I think I'm going to go with that. Like, Howler's Heavy, I like a little more if I'm a little more aggressive, but just like, I don't have any 3s. So I think this card is just okay. So let's go with something like this, but yeah, you can make the case for any of these. It's all very close. There's no like super correct answer here, I think. All right, let's give this a whirl and see how this goes. But before, of course, round 1 starts, just wanted to say that if you've been enjoying all of this content and wanted to support the channel in another way, my Patreon is the best way to do so. That's patreon.com/paulcheon. Special shout out to all of the patrons. Thank you so much for all your support. Access to the Patreon gives you access to special videos that I post on a monthly basis just for certain members on the Patreon tier, along with special private streams that I do once a month as well for certain members of different tiers as well. Lots of different things. Make sure you check it out. Patreon.com/paulcheon. Okay, 3 forests. Obviously we're mulliganing. Okay, we will keep this and bottom the Hull Drifter. Our mana is pretty decent, but sometimes it won't always come together. All right, well, this is good. We are able to cast... Drawing the Forest was huge because we get to play turn 2 Web Strike Elite, and then we can Aganosaur Rex or Run Over, and then also be able to hopefully then get to Chandra on turn 4, which would be fantastic. Although, you know what I didn't consider? I took the bike, right? I didn't consider... Like, Chandra plus Thopter Fabricator is pretty sick, to be fair. They put Demonic Junker in the graveyard. That's terrifying because I feel like non-zero chance they have something like a tune-up to just get that into play. I'm not sure I'm supposed to play around it, but just something to be mindful of. Hour of Victory, okay? Yeah. It's kind of interesting. Do I play the Scurryfoot or not, or leave up a Aganosaur Rex? I feel like there's a really good chance that they're going to try to kill my Web Strike Elite next turn with the Junker. I don't know why, but for that reason, I am going to hold off on the Scurry. The reason is if I draw land number 4, then I can just play the Chandra anyways. I don't know. It's just like binning Demonic Junker is kind of nuts. It's just it's a very good card. And you already played an artifact turn on that turn. Alright, Zahur. Nothing. Let's kill Zahur. Or attempt to. Alright, we drew a land. Very, very nice. Now we have Chandra, which we can play. Are we ready to play Chandra? Or do you play this as the last possible thing after you get everything else going? They have 3 cards. Like, what happens if I play this? They could potentially kill it, unless I rummage. And I don't really have anything I want to rummage. So I think this is... Yeah, I mean, this is just... I'm just going to play everything. I'm just going to play both of my things, and then just pass. Oh, they had back on track. Jeez. I see. All right. Well, you know, We did sniff out some kind of reanimation spell. I thought it was tune-up. I don't know why I didn't think about back on track, but yeah, that's unfortunate. But they needed to have like land number 5 plus back on track, and I just felt like this was a good turn to play both things. And if they kill either of these creatures, I can still exhaust the other one, right? So, like, they still just don't have great attacks here. Does this have menace? No. Okay. Yep, I'm just ready to play the long game here. Like I said, I really prefer a Gonosaur Rex as a combat trick in most instances. I just feel like you just get a lot more value that way. And Black-White typically has a lot of removal spells too. Okay, oh, they binned. Deathless Pilot's a nice thing to put into the graveyard. They could have like a spin out. Oh, Hellish Sideswipe maybe? Okay, well, what did I say? Boom. They can't attack me. Wow, their deck is awesome, by the way. Their deck is legitimately awesome. And this is just a really terrible time to play Chandra. So I will play a land and pass. And just get the Scurryfoot going. They just have so many creatures. Like, let's see. Like, I have 3 creatures in play. I guess they can't technically kill it next turn. And then I can get good blocks in. We'll see. Like, they just don't have really good attacks in general right now. Alright, so we're going to start rummaging with Chandra. I just wanted to get a decent board here first. That is a Flood the Engine, which I'm probably going to hold off on for now. Let's play Chandra. It's just that we just played a Thunderhead Gunner, that's all. No vehicles here. No attacks. They forgot to return the pilot, which means I think they're very excited about the card that they had on top of their library. Yeah. Oh well. Alright, so that's a dead Chandra. Wow. Cavalier of Dawn. You know, there's a first for everything. And, yeah. There is that card, I guess. It's just like, do I have a good attack even? The thing is, my late game is not bad. Although there's a Hull Drifter on the bottom. It's just like, what happens? I attack for 5. No, I'll just wait. Alright, well, now we're at the point where I'd like to draw a bunch of exhaust cards. I mean, I drew a bunch of good cards, but you know, they had a solid draw as well. Just a really solid Black-White deck. Shout out to you, Nodnall. Just all premium cards. This Webstrike Elite is the only thing that's holding the fort right now. And they're just, like, think about it. They had triple Wreckage Wickerfolk, and, like, they're just sculpting the perfect hand here, which is what's allowing them to keep up with what I have, despite me having an absolutely incredible draw. Oh, they binned the Hour of Victory. Okay. I guess it doesn't do too much on this board. Alright, we have 3 creatures in play. 3 creatures in play. Yep. But they don't have any good way of getting through, which is good for us. Alright, that is good. Keep the land in my hand. I don't really see a reason to play it out. No point to attack right now. Let's get all of the mana going. Let's see, 7, 8, 9, 10. So they still have 7 lands left in their deck. Perhaps 6. Alright, we had a Swiftwater Cliffs. Oh, I have Broadside Barrage too, so that's a good reason to keep a land in my hand. I guess I can attack with this, right? If they want to trade with 2 Wreckage Wickerfolks, I'm happy with that, and I can still block with the Wreckage, with the Webstrike Elite. Now, if they kill this, it's really interesting. Like, do I trip it up? Okay. Rugged Highlands. Gain the life. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Their deck has so much scrying. It's crazy. Wow, we only have 5 lands left in our deck. So just, come on. Any exhaust card would be so good. Oh, I forgot about that too. Yeah, I guess that counts. I can't complain about that. I mean, the way I see it, it's still another blocker, right? So, like, I can, if I need. Also, they need to find a way to close out the game, so we'll see what happens here. They did scry, so they found something very, very good. Detention Chariot. I see. So I can put it back on top of their deck. I wonder if that's worth it. Like, I get to ambush a Wreckage Wickerfolk. And they get to replay it. I mean, it's a tempo play, and I get to kill a Wreckage Wickerfolk. They're going to play it again next turn. Can I pick a better spot, though, is the question. I think I just take it and wait. Like, basically, I just don't attack with my Seeker anymore. Well, unless I'm interested in trading, but I don't want them to get their... I don't want them to get their speed up. Oh, there's a Mammoth. Okay. Like that. That was very big. Because we can get in attacks with the Mammoth. Grim Bauble. Ah, that's annoying. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I gotta bounce the Chariot here, I think. But like, I'm still lacking in flyers here, so I don't know how, you know, like long term how good this is gonna be. They're gonna get to max speed and they're gonna be able to tutor something up, sadly. Flood the engine. Oh, geez. Okay. Let's see. This has a saddle cost of 5. Doesn't really seem like a good time to attack, though. Man, that's a dead Webstrike Elite, too. I mean, we drew a fine card. It's just... They're going to get to max speed. I actually feel like I'm going to have to flood the engine, Disembalm Descendant, depending on what happens. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to have to. Yeah. Is this the first game? We drew all of our good cards too. What, you know, that's just like more credit to my opponent for finding this. More credit to my opponent here, honestly. All right, let's go ahead and shut down the Embalm Descendant. Surprised they didn't go search for something at max speed. So sadly, let's see. Next time I activate 1, 2. Oh, I can. I need to play the land though. Okay. Okay. I want to leave all my mana up just to have additional blockers, so I'm going to wait. That does leave me vulnerable to Siphon Fuel, I guess. But we'll see what happens. Wow, they have a lot of Wreckage Wickerfolks. The way I look at it is I can actually win with the Sky Streak Engineer. Okay, they're going to go search for something. It's probably a removal spell. Curse Cloth Wrappings. Never mind. It's a Curse Cloth Wrappings. They have 3 zombies in play? What the hell? Okay. They have a Zahur. Okay. Oh, this is ridiculous. My opponent drafted a... How did you get... They just drafted a constructed deck here. So now they can, like, sack Embalmed Descendant and then replay it and then drain me out. What the actual hell? Oh, and now they can replay Cavalier of Dawn. Oh, Jesus. Okay. It's one of the better black-white decks that I've seen. Just like every card, minus the Spot Cycle Scouter, has been just a really rock-solid card. Yeah, we needed something like that, to be honest. I don't know why I'm still playing, but I'm not going to give up here. This is ridiculous. Yeah, just like against any normal deck, I think we would have looked pretty good, but this is no normal deck, I will say. I can't copy the Hazard of the Dunes ability this turn. Like, look at this, a zombie tribal. Bye-bye Hazard of the Dunes. Like, just... Alright, well, we'll let our opponent have some fun here, I guess. Holy cow. Yeah, but I got a 3-3. Did you consider that? 3-hour victories? Okay. Hey, you know what? You know what? Good on you for bringing your block constructed deck. Good on you. I tried! I thought my deck wasn't bad! I really didn't think my deck was that bad. Yeah, okay, you know what? I'm done now. I'm done. They've done all the things. They have Embalmed Descendant that they can replay now, sacking a bunch of things, making tokens. Lost 4 ranks there, but you know what? No shame in losing to a black-white constructed deck. Let's move on. Is this going to be another one of those I think I have a good deck and I do poorly situations? Stay tuned and find out. We'll keep this. Turn 2 Sky Serpent Seeker into Flood the Engine, into Chandra. We are on the draw, but this hand does look very strong. Laggerin. Okay. This could be a situation where I just block. Let's hope they don't play a mount of some kind. Okay. Alright, fair enough, fair enough, fair enough. Okay, you know what? That's a really, really good start. But we have a lot of the answers here, so we can't be too sad about this just yet. Right? We're just... My 2-drop and 3-drop traded for their 2-drop and 3-drop. That's all that happened. And they had 2 premium cards, we had 2 premium cards. Now, I know with the Seeker you always want to get the lands when you can, but with that kind of start, not much you can do. Alright, Gibrick Omnivore and District Mascot. So they can kill the Flood the Engine now? Golly. This is kind of a problem too. It kind of sucks to do that, but I think it's correct. Like, I have a Death Touch creature for some random big creature that they're going to play. But I just don't want them killing my Flood the Engine's effects. Opponent, I'm going to need you to relax for just a second. Alright, I'm just going to use this to start rummaging.
Ready and set, so let's go. All right, team. New
And it's also a way to just not take that much damage. So, there's also that. Yep. And I'm not going to bounce anything. Sure, that's fine.
Hey, I'm driving here.
Ooze Patrol. Ooze the boss. Okay, it is a 4/4. Alrighty. Ooh, this is actually quite interesting. I can just do all of the things? Because I kind of want to kill Ooze Patrol, right? I don't want to discard anything.
Let's shift gears.
Oh, this is really interesting. Hold on. So I go Veloheart Bike. Let me read this card again. Okay. Veloheart Bike.
No breaking till the end.
No attacks. Green. Kill that. Then play the Sky Serpent Seeker. If they kill the Sky Serpent Seeker, then I'm in trouble, but... Okay, Veloheart Bike. Lotus Guard this. Okay, okay. Fair enough, fair enough. Everything attacks Chandra. My Sky Serpent Seeker will die. Or I'm just gonna chump, or whatever. Alright.
No time to
Not sure if I should be discarding here. Let's just get it there. Okay. Chandra doesn't seem particularly strong, I will say.
play.
Where is this supposed to be, like, really good? Like, it's fine. But, like, yeah. Okay. Okay, how do I want to do this? Alright, let's crew this for sure. Let's block. I gotta think, actually. I can trade with the bike and then bounce the omnivore. Actually, let's just do this. Oh, it looks like they have a combat trick. Bestow Greatness. Okay. So Chandra's gonna... We just let Chandra die at that point, right? Was this attacking me? I can't really tell. I can't really tell if it's attacking me, but... I think we just bounce it. Sure. Keep my bike alive.
This can't be the end.
Web Strike Elite. Okay. Probably cycle that and kill the bike. Oof. Sorry, I am not like I'm not thinking straight just because I feel like I should be really far ahead based on my draws. Granted, my opponents also had solid draws, but like it is not going the way that I wanted to. They drew a spell here as well. Yeah, Chandra has been really unimpressive. Like you need to basically be in a position where you have creatures to crew the Chandra, right? So maybe over Hull Drifter, I should just play Yeah, you know, I should probably just play Thopterus, because Thopterus works well with Chandra, because you have two things to crew this. Okay. Okay. Molt Tender, okay. Okay, you know, maybe we're stabilizing. Do I have a 1-drop in my deck? I do. It's a Scurryfoot. I'm just gonna activate, see what I get. It's fine. That'll help me stabilize for sure. I wanted to... Yeah, this is fine. It keeps 1 damage at bay, so I guess I don't attack, especially because they're at 25. Like, I'm in the market of just trying to stabilize here. Just whiff for 1 turn, man. I guess the Molt Tender was kind of a whiff. So now I don't think the Gibberic Omnivore will attack me. They're still milling cards. Achik is double black. Yeah, so like I said, I don't think the Omnivore is going to attack me because I can just block with the Scurryfoot, but it certainly can. And then the question for me is like, do I activate Beast Rider? Okay, well, they made the decision for me by attacking with the Omnivore. Oh, they drew a combat trick? It's not too bad if they have a combat trick. Oh, that one's pretty bad, actually. Wow. Okay. Okay, well, now things are getting, obviously, way more dicey. Oh, and then another thing? Oh, gosh. No, okay. Or maybe they did, who knows. Alright, well, I'm going to keep up Trip Up in case they have a combat trick, and then we will go with the end of turn Beast Rider Vanguard. They have a lot of self-mill. See what they do. I will take the 2. Okay, that's the land that they drew. Because they would have played that last turn. We can start activating. That's a good one to hit. I'm just going to say, that is a good one to hit. It does leave us vulnerable for a turn, but I think I'm going to need this to somehow try to swing the race in my favor. And I just have to hope they don't have a removal spell. All right. It's actually interesting whether or not I should actually use this. I'm just going to play it. If they found Bestow Greatness number 3, so be it, right? Okay. Such a tight game here. That second Bestow Greatness, like we are at a pretty healthy life total too. Let's cycle. Okay. Hull Drifter. That is not bad. I should play that first and see what we find. I guess now technically I've that's helped me stabilize. I don't want to play the strategist just... Well, I guess I could. Oh, man. I just don't want to put myself in a situation where things just get really dicey for me. But if I play this, even if they kill it, I have a Hull Drifter to block. Alright, let's play it. So let's see. If they kill this, and I attack with this, I crew, and then I still block. Okay. I still need to make aggressive lines to try to turn this around, I think. Pothole Mole doesn't do it. Oh, getting back Night Market is pretty nice. Ooh, Web Strike Elite and Elagarin. They're probably going to cycle here. Okay, so I'm feeling very, very good about this now. Because next turn, I get to attack for potentially 13 here. But they cycle, they have one card left. We'll see what the last card is. Marshall's Path Cruiser. Okay, you know, that's a good card. But, you know, technically they still missed. Now, they can saddle this or crew this. They can, like, tap these two and block. But that doesn't... Oh, that does technically kill it, huh? And it just gives them a really good blocker. Okay, okay. What a game. What an absolutely awesome game. All right, so now, yeah, I don't think I'm interested in trading a Gonosaur Rex for Marshall. Like, I want to save this trip up for something else. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I think the play is to just attack with the strategist here. And I do want to pump it here. That means I can't trip up, but this puts my opponent on a 3-turn clock. And then let's play the automaton. And like, we still have a pretty decent board here, even if they kill the strategist. Okay. I don't think we can play around Bestow Greatness until next turn, maybe. Migrating Ketrodon. That's a good one. That's a very good one. Okay. Wow, that was an extremely good draw. Because now it's really hard for me to actually attack unless I can find a removal spell. Okay. Well, now it's the alternate plan here of getting value with Beast Rider Vanguard and trying to win that way. There's Spectral Interference, which is not ideal here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm certainly going to find something here, right? All right, there's a Hazard of the Dunes. Yep. Do I play it? No, I'm going to actually wait on the Hazard of the Dunes. I'm going to wait. I want to keep up Spectral Interference, which is not really going to counter much. 4, 5, 6. I guess depending on whether or not this card is a land, I can actually get them with Trip Up plus Spectral Interference. So that's really cool. Debris, are you kidding me? Are you actually kidding me? They went Ketrodon into Debris Beetle. That's unbelievable. I even like try to play aggressively too. That's gross. I don't really have any way to gain life. And the... Oh, gosh, that's gross. Unreal. Sometimes you have drafts like this. Wow. Like, I had everything covered. I had everything covered. Except the Drain 3 effect. That is so crazy. Oh my gosh. Alright, 0-2 with this deck. Alright, we'll try the 4-drops and see how this goes. Wow, and we had, I mean, those are both pretty long games. Let's see how this goes. Okay. Let's keep our head in the game. We can still rattle off 7 in a row. I mean, to be honest, I don't know that I particularly played that game super well, especially with the Chandra. Like, I don't even know. Like, I don't even know what Chandra was supposed to do for me. I just didn't have enough creatures in play, so there was that as well. There's just like a lot. Just a lot there. Okay, no land here, which is unfortunate. Are they going to bounce this? Okay, so they have a bounce off. Sure, that's... I guess it's a tempo play. I mean, I didn't really play anything anyways. We are 100% countering anything they play this turn. Alright, please get us a land here so we can just make it... Okay, we drew the Veloheart Bike. Well, a land there would still be good. Because I can go Bike into Scurryfoot. I mean, I kept the... What was I on the draw? I think I was on the... No, I was on the play. Alright. Meanwhile, our opponent has no mana issues. And yeah, this is... To say that this is not frustrating would be me just lying to your face. I am going to relax here. 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't have to discard. But we're going to keep going. We're going to fight the good fight. Fight the good fight. We were ranked 10 and now we're ranked 28. We'll see what happens here. Sorry about that. I had the pause button on. So we are in. We won our match. We won our previous game. Apologies for that. I actually don't even know when that pause happened. But We're going to keep going. And Gastel Blockbuster. Okay. Okay. Well, you know, I'm going to go for a high-risk, high-reward play here. Just because I need land drop number 4 anyways. Hopefully they use a removal spell here on the Aganosaur Rex. To just go for the... Like, spin out on Beast Rider Vanguard would be pretty good. I can also just block. Yeah, I was hoping they would be the first to flinch. Whatever, I'm going to go for it. Alright, they're on max speed. I got a 4-4. Didn't draw a land, so I'm still happy that I cycled. Just to make sure that I can play one of my 4-drops. Cryptcaller Chariot. Okay. Alright, drew land number 4. Drew land number 4. That is excellent. And I think I'm just going to play... I could play Nimble Thopterist as well. Yeah, let's go Nimble Thopterist. Because the Thopterist can block the Thrill Seeker. And then Gastel Beast Rider Vanguard plus 1/1 can block the Cryptcaller Chariot. So I do like this a little bit more. If they kill my Vanguard, which they could have last turn, but I guess they played the Chariot. I mean, we'll see what happens. But the hand definitely developed to a point where I'm reasonably happy. But they got some big things in play. Rakdos has a lot of good tricks up their sleeves, and I'm constantly tapped out every turn. So I'm basically at the mercy of the number of combat tricks that they can have. Like, basically, it's like, if you got a combat trick, you got me. All I can do is play large creatures. Oh, House Squad Heavy? Come on. Oh, that's disgusting. And they have maximum mana, too, and they can... Oh, man. Yeah, Vehicle plus House Squad Heavy. Classic combination. Wait, they did not do it the right way. What? Okay, so I want to double block the Chariot, right? Do I just trade with this anyways? It has to attack, but I don't want them to have 2 mana. So as weird as it is, I think I block. It doesn't really matter how I do this. I could put the Thopterist here as well, but yeah. They can't do anything for 1 mana, so. Okay, well that answered a lot of our issues. Oh my gosh, and we drew Run Over. Yeah, I'm not messing around with that. Like, I know it's extremely mana inefficient, but that is a super problematic creature, and I just want to get it off the table. Okay, well, jeez. Okay. Okay. Fair enough. Yeah, their deck is pretty awesome. They hit an island. Come on. Let's get island, Raceway, 3 colors. Like, if you play Raceway in your 2-color deck, that's fine. If you play Raceway in your 3-color deck, you better show me like 3 dual lands at least. But yeah, I don't have that much removal given that I'm blue-green. And this is a pretty good max speed payoff. So I feel like this has a really good chance of just running me over. Or basically running me out of resources. Another Gastel Thrill Seeker? Man, we are running into some decks. Splashing the Haunted Hellride. You know, I'm hoping that my opponent just makes some questionable plays. That's like my only... Like that previous turn with the House Squad Heavy, that was a questionable play, right? And here, like, I'm hoping that they attack me with the Spike Spitter and then give it, like, Death Touch or something. But they did not. I think my out is, like, Run Over on the Spike Spitter or Flood the Engine, so maybe I take the 3. I know I've already cast one of the Run Overs, but I'm just trying to put myself in a position to come back, and that involves killing the Spike Spitter, I think. All right, let's go Seeker and Beast Rider Vanguard. And pass. And now that I have the Seeker in play, because I drew the second Forest, I'm more inclined to trade here. Okay, now we're seeing some of the fluff. Because they drew all their good cards. Or actually, they drew some bad cards too. But we need to get Spike Spitter off the table. Like, I got the House Squad Heavy and the Chariot off. But this just... It doesn't matter how mediocre or weird your deck looks. When you draw an extra card every single turn, like, that'll still be good enough a lot of the time. I'll block this time. I think I'm going to block with Hazard of the Dunes. Just because I want, you know, this can get me lands. And this still works with Run Over. Trip Up. Okay. I mean, that buys me some time. They're going to have to replay it. But I think I just want to get lands in play. So I'm going to just let them draw the one extra card here and block whatever they attack with. And then activate the Sky Serpent Seeker to get lands in. Boosted... What? They drafted a speed discard deck. Fair enough. Chitin... Oh, and Graveyard. Man, that 3-3 was like a disappointing finish. When I had like the blue-green deck with Riverturn Monument and some other busted green rare. But this one might be even more disappointing. Especially just given how we're losing. Maybe they just like irresponsibly attack with Endrider Spike Spitter. Nope. Yep. Nope. Yep. I feel like I just need to block anything here. And honestly, getting the Haunted Hellrite off the battlefield is pretty good. It removes Death Touch, and then I can stabilize and play Autarch Mammoth. And honestly, if I hit a green source and hit Run Over, that would only cost 1 mana to actually run over there. Memory Guardian on the split. Okay, never mind. I was initially giving them props for like a really good black-red deck, but that is not the case. But they've done so much card draw and digging that, like, you know, they could easily have maximum overdrive here. Okay, we hit a red source, which is interesting, but of course, as per the usual, Chandra doesn't really seem all that effective here. On a third Gastel Thrillseeker? Yikes. There's only so much my little deck can pull off. Alright, let's play the Mammoth. Now, we're definitely trying. Two cards in hand. Thunderhead Gunner. Very good with the Magmakin Artillerist. I mean, just a very good card in general. And a Deathless Pilot. I would have probably kept the Deathless Pilot because that's a really good card draw engine with the Gunner, but I guess it doesn't matter too much. Alright, so they're playing it more conservatively than I thought. Yeah, like this was probably a good attack. Keep this in your hand. Attack, loot, ping with the Artillerist. Oh yeah, that would have been very, very good. I'm in no position to attack with the Mammoth here. I'm gonna bounce the Spike Spitter so that they draw it, and then play Sky Serpent Seeker because that means that they're not gonna rummage this because they play it for like this card is just too valuable, I think. And so let's just do that as a way to try to stabilize this board. Yep. All right, all right. This thing has reach, okay. So much that we have to fight, goodness. 4, 5, 6, 7, we have 8 mana. 8 mana. Never Beast Rider Vanguarding. Not anytime soon, at least. Let us, and this is just still not Still not really a good spot for Chandra. I guess I can just start ticking this up. Or I can just make chump blockers. Maybe that's good. Let's play this just to shrink everything too. When they attack. All right. No interest in attacking. Not going to attack with that, obviously. We're still fighting through that Spike Spitter. That's like the, you know. And we're at 9 life. They have lots of ways to cycle. So this is still a tough spot. That Artillerist is also just whittling us down. Yeah, I think the decision to play the Pilot might... If I win or come back in this game, that could be what does it. But yeah, they're gonna look through their entire deck at this point. I'm hoping that the rest of their deck is just bad. But like, we have yet to see a removal spell, which means it's pretty likely that they're eventually gonna find one, right? Yep. Maybe we deck them. I think I'm gonna burn out before I deck them. Flood the engine. Okay. Now we are talking. What do I want to do? Because there's the Artillerist too. Maybe I draw a card first and see what I find. I'm going to sack this vehicle, I think. Okay, Spectral Interference doesn't matter. Ah, man. It's so funny because this is like the worst creature that's in play, but it's the scariest right now. All right. Just saying, like, it's their win condition, right? So that's my thought process here. It is their win condition. And then, do I care about this? Or do I want an extra creature here? I think I'm just going to pass. They didn't really add to the board in a meaningful way.
Let's go, go, go!
That is a Sky Crash, okay. There are no targets for the Sky Crash, that is good. It looks like they drew a removal spell though, but we shall see. Okay, they played a land, which is really interesting, given that they have the Avishkar Raceway and Thunderhead Gunner. I do not know why you would play a land with this much mana out. Even with that land, you don't play that land. Count on... What? Oh, gosh. All you can do is just cry. I don't think you can cycle that. Okay. 17 cards. I think, like, honestly, I think our plan is just to deck our opponent. They have Spike Spitter and Count on Luck going. Like, I'm just not, you know. I do have the Chandra, though. Also, Chandra Emblem is a real thing. So that's also something. The thing is, they even have 2 big reach creatures, so I can't even really attack with my flyers. Like, if I get to a point where I feel comfortable. Which right now I don't, so. Honestly, they should probably attack me with Deathless Pilot. And then, like, use that as a value engine, but... Alright, another gain land is very big. I am super happy about that. Alright, let us... Yeah, I mean, might as well get to the Emblem, right? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to discard the Interference.
Just a quick pit
It's
stop.
not going to do anything for us. Alright, now... I will play a Skystreak Engineer. And then play a land, and then I will pass. Okay.
Only direction I know is
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 mana to activate the Sabotage Strategist. But I can also activate Skystreak Engineer if they kill the strategist and then cycle as well. So lots of options. All right, land. Gonti? Oh my gosh, they got some bombs at least. Okay, well, you know, this doesn't really work unless you actually connect. So there's that. And they don't really have a good way of connecting here. Depending on their last card, of course. Whenever an artifact you control enters, I can deal 3 damage to anything. Okay. Do I have artifacts in my deck? I don't actually know. But we will find out. I have 6 blockers, so they need Gonti. Okay, they're rummaging. Fair enough. Yeah, they've looked at so many more cards. Transit Mage, do you have something else? Let's see. They went to get... There's Memory Guardian and Chariot. So I would be surprised if they have another target. Like, 2 is pretty good. I mean, this could honestly be a situation where I don't really care about pumping up the strategist, and I just dig for more permanents. Okay, so they missed on the Transit Mage. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana. I don't think they have a particularly strong attack here. Okay, second main. 4, 5, 6, 7. 4, 5, 6, 7. I think I want to lead things off with a cycle because I can't do multiple things here. So let's see what I draw off of this cycle. And then decide whether or not we want to either pump the Engineer or Beast Rider Vanguard. And I think I'm digging here. So let's go ahead and Beast Rider Vanguard. And let's get Howler's Heavy, sure. Keeps us alive. Hit Automaton. That's good. That is very good. That's an artifact. So let's Emblem now. Let's kill the Thrill Seeker, I suppose.
I'll give you spectacle.
All right. All right. We have 10 cards left to their 8. They do have a Count on Luck and Spike Spitter, so those are kind of like forced situations. All right. Okay. Yeah, I am really on the deck them out plan here. Let's see if it works. They're at such a high life total. All right, reveal Wreckage Wickerfolk and a Marauding Mako. Okay, Marauding Mako is cool because they can do some rummaging. Man, these have been some epically long games. Oh my gosh. All right, we're at 8 life. Have we hit both of our game lands? No. Okay. Marauding Mako, sure. End Rider Catalyzer, okay. That is a lot of stuff. But we can keep killing things. I have 10 cards left, they have 5. I have 10 mana. Probably going to do Beast Rider Vanguard activation plus Skystreak Engineer activation. If I can find something reasonable to play here. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 mana. I'll take the gain land. Okay. Do I even care about pumping this? I don't. Let's just keep finding cards. Flood the Engine or Web Strike Elite. Ooh. I'm going to go with Flood the Engine. Sure, whatever. Oh, I guess I get to the point where I can just find all the things that I need. Veloheart Bike is nice. So let's go kill the Gonti. Just because that one is pretty terrifying. And then let's make a vehicle. Let's kill a Mako. Let's play a Veloheart Bike. I guess I'm getting close to like actually just killing all their stuff. Let's... Oh my gosh! Okay, I'm sorry, Chandra. I'm sorry I ever made fun of you. Okay. Wow. That was a crazy, crazy game, and we've only played 4 games, and it's been over an hour. Oh my god. Okay, let me reevaluate here. What else is going on here? Not much. Yeah, we'll just keep it the same. I like Howler's Heavy with my 2 Death Touch creatures. Wow, that We've had some incredible games. All right, that was fast, so I imagine I'm playing against a Mythic player. And I am. Oof. Okay, opponent on the play. We have all of our colors of mana, which is good. Bunch of tap lands, no 2-drops. We have lots of 2-drops in our deck. Okay, we'll play the Highlands first. Got the island. I guess I'll name green. Redshift, that's a good 2-drop on the play. Ooh, that's really awkward with the spectral interference here. I think I need to play the island. The reason being is just like I can still draw the land, but if they play another thing, what am I gonna do? Like play a bike and pass? Like that's not particularly strong, right? So I just need to counter whatever they play. And then if I miss, if I miss, I miss. Okay, let's go. Doesn't really matter that much. And given that I need to hit land drops, I will just cycle Howler's Heavy here to lower the damage that I take and just to try to draw a land. Like being able to go Veloheart Bike into Webstrike Elite is pretty good. And ooh, they missed the land drop. Okay. That is big. Oh, they do have the mana to... They actually do have the mana to exhaust this. It's got Vigilance. I'm just going to play the bike. See what they do. Okay, they're going to just keep playing threats. Hazard of the Dunes. Okay. Alright, we drew some lands here, so now we're talking. Now we are certainly talking. I definitely want to deal with Hazard of the Dunes here. So I think something like Flood the Engine plus play Webstrike Elite seems reasonable. Just a nice, clean double spell turn. It allows me to block the Redshift. The Skystreak Engineer can still attack. Little fake block. All right. You know what? That was a little Bush League. I'm sorry. I'm not going to do that again, okay? I apologize. Alrighty. So now I have Run Over and Hazard of the Dunes. I really probably should kill the Greenbelt Guardian when possible. Okay. Because they're going to pump the Greenbelt Guardian. Good, clean way to get a 5/5 off the battlefield. That Redshift has been doing a lot of work, but we have been killing or countering bigger creatures. Like, this gives you mana, but it's still not, like, ideal. What is this? What the heck? Okay. Like, if they pump it, I mean... Bestow Greatness, I guess. Removal spell, like... Okay. Wait, that's still... Okay. I guess they just didn't expect the double block. This is kind of weird. Alright. Alright, so we're like... in the process of stabilizing here. They're not going to... I can't block with this with the Skystreak Engineer, so I'm just going to set up here and play Pit Automaton plus Nimble Thopterist, take 3 in the air, and then just kind of... you know, move accordingly. They have a good deck, though. Well, not necessarily. They're like splashing Redshift, I guess. Like, Redshift is a good card, but only when you can play it turn 2. And given what I've seen... Oh! Hello! Hello! I kind of like Trip Up, though. Trip Up on the Engineer, and then get in for, like, a really big attack. They just put so much mana into that thing. You know what I mean? And are we okay with this trade with Redshift? Yeah, I think so. Alright, so they're at 9. Next turn they can replay it and turn it into a 3-5. But this gives me outs to like drawing a removal spell and just tempoing them out. Sky Serpent Seeker. That's also really good. The thing is, I can just be patient on the Chandra, right? Like, I don't have to do anything here. So yeah, why don't we do this? I'm not going to get greedy with the Pit Automaton here. I'm just going to go get, like, 2 lands. And I still have a good blocker here. And they're at 9 life, so they're not really in a good position to attack me here anyways. If they do, I'd be very scared. Yeah, let's not get greedy. I just want to have a bunch of mana in play. I know I have the Automaton, but... Oh, that is also an excellent find. Wow. Just like every time I have an opportunity to play Chandra, I feel like I just find better things to do. Okay, let's activate it to see if we can find something to play here. Skystreak Engineer or Stampeding Scurryfoot. The Scurryfoot doesn't seem that good here. Although, copying Scurryfoot is way better than copying Skystreak Engineer, I guess. So I'll play this. I'll get the Scurryfoot, I guess. Yeah, we'll do that. Given this life situation, I want to attack with Sky Serpent Seeker. Crash and burn. Oh, we got value. Fair enough. But the thing is, like, I get to duplicate Stampeding Scurryfoot's ability too. And that's also really, really strong. And if I draw any more lands moving forward, I'm not going to play it, obviously. Spire Mech Cycle, okay. What do you do? Exhaust, tap in the... They don't have anything to... It's just crew 2. Oh my gosh, okay. That is an autark mammoth. Anyways, I'm just hitting for 2 in the air again. I have the autark mammoth, but right now, I'm gonna just double activate the Scurryfoot, I think. Just because I feel like it's going to be a really wasted opportunity if they find a removal spell for the Scurryfoot and I just keep playing other things. So I'm just going to make sure I get my value from the Scurryfoot because it's still really, really strong. Yeah. Alright. The comeback trail begins here, friends. This is going to be a 3-hour-long draft video. We were 0-2 and we are now 3-2. Let's keep it going. You know, Oh, Kenji Ishimura. That's like a Japanese pro, I believe. I think they are quite strong. Quite powerful at Magic the Gathering. I don't know if they're still playing. Or maybe I'm confusing them for Kentaro Ishimura. Anyways. Alright. We have the Night Market here. Turn 2 Sky Serpent Seeker into Beast Rider Vanguard. They kill it, they kill it. Glory Heath Lynx. Ooh. It's kind of annoying. I guess we both get our value. Do I trade? I mean, they get their value no matter what, so it doesn't really matter, I guess. All right. Yep. That's really good. There's a reason why the Glory Heath Lynx is one of the best cards in the set. Or one of the best uncommons in the set. Like, white itself is a very weak color, but that certainly helps. Forest, okay. Wow, they didn't choose to get a land. That's very surprising. Alright, get some lands. The thing is, I attack with the Beast Rider Vanguard because I wasn't really planning on blocking. Whoa! That was unexpected. Hazard of the Dunes? Okay. Maybe not Japanese Pro. Okay. Anyways, let's see what happens. I'm kind of priced into double blocking here, and I don't feel good about it. But I guess it kind of uses their turn to do so. Okay. It's a really good attack from the opponent. I actually just need to block, I think. Alright. Given how aggressive they're being. What the heck? Just Engine Rat? That's all you got? Okay. Ketrodon, probably? Oh, yeah. That's getting countered. Okay, well, we're out of action. Four, five, six, seven. I will play the lands for the Howlers heavy, I guess. Actually, no, I'm not going to. Oh, you know what? I should... You know what? Ah! It's really close. Like, if they have a fight spell, this is bad. Quag Feast. Okay. Okay, that works. Sure. That's good. Yeah. Wow, they still played a land. Okay. Wow, that is really bad. Really bad. I'm gonna cycle, I guess. I need something better here. Or, you know what? Another land. How about... Okay. That's really, really bad. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. Come on, deck. I need you to help me out here. I mean, they're a little bit flooded, but I just need... The thing is, like, one single card doesn't get me out of this anymore. Okay, well, you know what? If that's how it's gonna end, that's how it's gonna end, right? Like, what can you do? What can you do? This was a cursed draft in general, I feel. You know what I mean? I guess the Glory Heath Lynx was on the splash. I don't know. Okay. You know, that's certainly one of the better cards I can top deck from that spot. But at this point, they're going to drain me with the Engine Rat, and I'm too low. So I just feel like they're going to just burn me out. Oh, and Gallant Strike? Sure. Yep. Alright, so they had a bunch of removal spells, and... I mean, we simply just got a little too flooded there. That was a really good attack with them with the Grim Javelineer. I just felt... I was basically feeling like there was a little too much pressure on me, and I just needed to block, and then basically the plan was to just, draw my way out of it, basically, and we were unable to. So, what happened here? Well, I thought the deck was totally fine. We had lots of 2s, good interaction, a good curve, decent mana. We had a bomb in the Gonosaur Rex. Like, you know I didn't have, this is the thing, though. We had a bunch of cards that we think are totally fine in Simic, but we didn't have the payoffs, and the payoffs certainly go a long way. The Pit Automaton was nice, and we definitely just had solid cards, but this deck, I feel like, was very capable of winning a trophy, but just we ran into an extremely good black-white deck. In this last match, we got a little bit flooded, And then I don't remember what happened in the other one too, but that was a pretty long game as well. And honestly, we probably should have lost to the Rakdos deck too. That was kind of all over the place. So maybe this deck wasn't as good as I thought. But look, I mean, my interaction was solid. Chandra was really underwhelming outside of that one game where, like, you know, like it went super long, but she just doesn't do a really great job of protecting herself. So I just feel like she's not as good as she looks. I'm glad I got to try her out though, but I'm just looking at her in terms of win rates, and yeah, she's good, but it's not Aganasaur Rex, it's not Sabsunin, it's not that level of power. But anyways, it was still pretty solid. Like I said, this was still overall disappointing, given that we were 0-2 winning 3 in a row, and still getting some good long matches I do like, but I wanted to climb. I was ranked 10. I wanted to get a little bit higher, but sadly, we were unable to get it done here. Gonna have to look back at this video just to see, because I think there were probably a couple of spots I could have played a little bit better. Maybe the lack of 3-drops also kind of hurt. A lot of the 3-drops at common you don't really like. There's Keen Buccaneer and Pothole Mole, I guess, at common, so you really kind of are looking at the uncommons here. But like I said, I had solid interaction. I keep forgetting that I had 2 Flood the Engines. Oh, I only have 1 run over. And so that's 3 hard removal spells with a Broadside Barrage. Should be good enough in most instances, but here we just came up a little bit short. And let me know what you think. Like, what happened? Was this just kind of a cursed draft? Or was there something different that I could have done here? Because I felt like we navigated the draft reasonably well, but it just didn't kind of come together the way that I wanted it to. Maybe I wanted more interaction. Maybe I wanted another 2-drop because I have no 3s. I'm not sure. But anyways, 3-3. Hopefully we can bounce back in tomorrow's draft. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, as I really do appreciate it. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button for more daily videos just like this. If you've enjoyed this content and wanted to support the channel in another way, my Patreon is the best way to do so. That's patreon.com/paulcheon. Big shout out to all the patrons. Thank you so much for your support. Also, make sure you check out TCGplayer.com for all your TCG singles and seal product needs. Make sure you hit that affiliate link in the description below before you make any purchases. Last but not least, check out heavyplay.com for all of your accessories and products needs. You need deck boxes, playmats, sleeves, dice boxes, you name it, they got it. Heavyplay.com/paulcheon for 10% off your first order. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.